Good afternoon, boys. This is Papa. It is October 26th, 2022. I'm making you these videos of the things that you will find after I'm gone. But I'm telling you about them now because I don't believe I'll have the opportunity to tell you in person. So I'm going to do these videos and tell you the stories about them. So when Paul Smeltzer gives you your inheritance, which will include these two particular knives, you will know the story behind them. All people, every person, has a story. Every object, everything that we own or that we see, and like these two knives, they have a story as well. Sometimes the story is known, sometimes it's not. In this case, if I didn't tell you, the story would not be known and no one would know what these are. And in particular, you would not know what these are. So, I'm going to tell you the story of the two knives that I possess that I refer to as the Dominica Specials. These two knives are custom made. They're handmade. Not homemade, but handmade by a knife smith. They were made somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s. I don't know exactly. It was made by a knife smith that I happen to know who called himself Wild Bill. His real name was Billy Mack Caldwell, but that doesn't have a very distinctive ring to it, so he called himself Wild Bill. But these are superb handmade fighting knives. See the thickness of the back of this blade? These are very, very good steel. It's very difficult to sharpen them, but they do hold a tremendous edge. And to me, they're just beautiful for what they are. How I came to acquire these was that Wild Bill, I'll call him that, was a client of mine, and he came to me one day and said that he had some knives that had been on order, but they had not come to pick them up. A fellow had come in and ordered 10 custom fighting knives like these. This one has a 7-inch blade. This one has a 6.5-inch blade. You may notice the curvature of the handle. This is very important because it allows you to tell which way the edge is oriented. In other words, when you pick it up, you can tell immediately that the edge is on the bottom, and the grip fits your hand almost perfectly. Both of them are like that. They share that attribute. Well, he told me that he was looking to sell these. Apparently he only had 2 left. So I bought them. And the story he told me about the fellow who came to order them rather, was a bit mysterious and sounded a little kooky, to tell you the truth. But from what he told me, and then I did some research. Now this was well before the internet. This was before even cell phones. I did find out the story behind how 10 knives came to be ordered from a knifesmith in West Monroe, Louisiana, because they were going to be used in a planned invasion and overthrow of the island nation of Dominica. So that's why I refer to these as Dominica Specials. They were ordered as, you might say, armament of a group of 10 self-styled mercenaries who were undertaking to overthrow and occupy a very small island in the Caribbean called Dominica.